Hello, Sunday. Hi, how are you doing? Good evening. Thanks for joining. Hi, Tayo, Dofumi. Hello, good evening. Thanks for joining. Just waiting for a few people to join and then we'll begin. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Hello, self discovery with Ini. How you doing? It's nice to be connecting with you guys. Hi, thank you. I hope you're well. We'll start in a few minutes. We're just waiting for our co-moderator and our guest, and then we'll begin. Hi, Tolu 5 Alive. Good evening. Thanks for joining. How are you doing? Okay. Tolu, so you know what to do. Let me see. Yes. Accept. Hello, Yemi Gams. Good evening. Thanks for joining in. Hi. So Tolu is here. Tolu, have you seen my invitation? Please, let's go live. Good evening. Hi. Thanks for joining. We'll be beginning. We'll start in a few minutes. Just two people need to be here. Um, the co-moderator and the guest for today. Just give us a few minutes and we'll begin. Hi, I see you. Good evening.
Hi.
I hope you're well.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
I have
Hi.
okay. This angle is not good. It's not getting my good side.
Oh my goodness. Okay, which one is your good side? Hi, Brown Sugar. Hello. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Hi, Mary. Everyone. My two
Brown
guy. That's me
sugar.
too. Yeah,
Brown
Brown Sugar.
sugar. Oh, brown sugar is my good friend.
Oh, very nice. It's cool you invited your friends here. Everyone
She's
needs to
an
know.
awesome dancer.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Anyway, it's everyone's business to stay safe from
Yes.
cyber fraud. This is everyone's business, frankly. Okay. Okay. So we're just waiting for one person. I think guest her handle is Joyce Trudy. Just want her to be on the call and then we'll begin. But before while we're waiting for While we're waiting for her, good evening to everyone. Welcome to today's episode of my cyber fraud stories. My name is Uniku, but you can very easily call me Nex. I'm putting my handle in the chat. Where is now? I've forgotten how to. Hi. Oh, hello.
Hey,
Good evening.
Mary,
Yes.
Mary, Mary. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to put my okay. So that's my handle um in the chat. My name is Uniku, but very easily I'm called Next. So do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Tolu. I am called Tolu.
Very funny. Actually, that's a very simple name. Um, anyway, today we're going to be talking to someone about her cyber fraud story. But before we begin, I wanted to create some context as to why we're doing this, right? Now, the cases of cyber fraud have been something that have been occurring for a very long time, cases of cyber fraud, but they are taking on various forms. And with each passing year, there's been a new level of sophistication. There's a whole level of um, if there's a whole evolution. You know, someone said that um, yesterday I was somewhere where someone said that before, when you wanted to rob a bank, you would need to, seriously strategize. You need to have guns. You need to plan. You can only visit maybe one bank in a period of time. After the passage of time, then you can now plan and visit so that you don't get caught. But now you don't even need to do that. You don't need to invest in guns or any of those fancy or any of those things. All you need to do is to be a black hacker. You need to be, if you have a strong network of hackers, plan your moves very well. And then you can hack even 10 banks in the same day, or you can attempt to hack 10 banks in the same day. So the face of cyber fraud has taken on different shapes, colors, masks over the years. And today, we want to talk to someone who was scammed a while back, just to show that while the patterns have changed, some things have remained the same. All right. So while the patterns have changed, some things have remained the same. So now more than ever, the reason that we're doing this, we are from Wimika RMS Technologies, which is an insurtech startup. We're doing this in this season to come help people to reduce the successful of cyber fraud incidents in Nigeria in response to the fact that there's a high surge or a higher surge of incidents happening in December for obvious reasons, desperation and all of those things. So this is part of a larger project that we're doing. It's a social impact project. It's called Stronger Together Against Cyber Fraud. Through this, through this project, we're raising awareness about cyber fraud. We're educating people about cyber fraud. We're providing access to helpful resources. And anyone here from our community on this call can, maybe fact that we've been providing some resources to help them. That all of these things are aimed to minimize the likelihood of successful cyber fraud incidents. But this Instagram Live in particular aims to just lend a voice to people who have been victims. As in any case of abuse or this form of victimized, where people have become victims, a lot of people don't like to share. But through these cyber fraud stories, we hope to help people to amplify their voice so that you can hear, you can learn, you can understand and spot patterns, and also can avoid getting scammed. So I hope that you enjoyed today. Our guest is on the call. Going to add her shortly. Then we'll begin to have our show. Okay. So Tolu, just while we're waiting for our guests to come up, Do you want to maybe share with some people what to expect from today specifically?
Okay, so what I expect of today's, I mean, it's just to hear another, aside from the fact that we're going to hear another person's story and hopefully learn about it. Um, I'm hoping that people would be encouraged to share their own stories too, or share their own take on what we are talking about. Because, like you said, um, the act remains the same, but the packaging has constantly been evolving and evolving. And as we
Yeah.
progress into 2024, it's not going to be different. Someone said today in church, my pastor said today that 2023 was the last time we saw anything real on social media, meaning the arrival of AI is even going to
Oh
make the
my
game
goodness, that is another
deeper.
topic. I'm telling you, that's another
Deep
topic for
fakes,
another day. I'm telling you,
yeah,
big deal right
yeah.
there. All right, so I
And
guess we're going to call. Maybe we should get started and introduce her. Hi, Ele. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Thanks
good
for joining us
evening.
today.
Yes,
Thank
thank you
you.
Okay.
for
Thank you
joining.
for having me.
Before you join the call, we introduce ourselves. My name is Uniku, and
My name is Tolu.
okay, so Tolu and Uniku is talking to you today, Eli. Thank you for volunteering to share something, your own story about how you experience cyber fraud. So maybe we should start with a bit of an introduction of yourself. Maybe you can tell us whatever you're comfortable telling us about yourself, and then
Okay.
we can now talk about your own incident.
Okay. Hi everyone. Good evening. Nice to be here. My name is Elif, and I work in digital marketing. Um, yeah, I'm currently a student of the Music Business for Africa program, 2023 cohort, and I tolerate social media. Okay, let me know. That's I don't tolerate social
I
media, but
didn't
I'm
hear
not
that.
crazy. But
Sorry. I didn't hear the
I
last
said
thing you
I,
said.
I said I try to get with social media, but yeah,
You are not Gen
Oh
Z
my
at
goodness.
all.
yeah, no, 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 no.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Also, I know that you are a musician, so I don't know why you didn't share that, but okay. All right. So I wanted to just start by telling us briefly what your own story is. What happened? As you know, this is a weekly series where people share with us their cyber fraud stories. So can you tell us, what exactly happened? Tell us the story.
Okay. So, well, this isn't a recent event anyway, but so when I was a student, back home in Benue State, there was this day I was home with my older sister, and we had this program coming up, so we were praying and trusting God for money and all that. And then I got this call from I can't even remember. The details are a little blurry, but I remember getting this call from someone who said there was this opportunity, and the usual way scam does or scams go, that there's an opportunity and you have to bring a certain amount of money, and when you bring that amount of money, you put it here and whatnot, and then they are going to give you this other money at so time. So because at first it didn't seem like a big deal, and I think the person said they got my number from someone that I knew. I can't remember, but I think so. So they now said, oh, um, I had to go to the bank. This is, let's say, like 10, 12 years ago. So, BVN is recent compared to, because 12 years ago there was no BVN or whatever. And I don't even remember if I had a debit card because I was a student. I was barely 18 when I opened this account. So they said I had to go and ask the bank to give me my source code. Right? I had never heard about that before. And when I get the source code, I should send it to them, and then I should put such and such an amount of money in the bank, and I should send them recharge card. I remember I should send them recharge card of such and such an amount, and then they were going to credit my account with something. It was an enticing sum of money, and considering that we had been praying for money, I mean, I thought, okay, cool. So my sister and I were there. The phone was on speaker. Cool. We somehow rustled up the transport for me to go to the bank because I didn't have transport to leave the house. But I think she called her friend who loaned us the money. I went to the bank, and our house was very far from the bank. I got to the bank, and I didn't even think of how I was going to come back home because I thought that, when this pans out, I will have money in my account, so there will be transport to go back home. I got to the bank. I sat before the account officer. I said, okay, I wanted my something transaction, source code, blah, 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 blah. And in retrospect, I'm wondering that why wasn't it weird that an 18-year-old is coming to meet you in the banking hall in 2010 for their source code? Like, it ought to be a student. You open this thing in my school. So, like, and the guy just wrote it on the piece of paper, directed me, everything. So I went downstairs. I got this recharge card. Like, all the money we had borrowed, though, I bought the recharge card. I sent it. He said I should send that. No. He now said that the recharge card hasn't entered. Yeah, I remember the story clearly now. The recharge card hasn't entered. I should send it. And then we're buying recharge card on paper. It's not now *737. Buy a recharge card on paper. So you buy, and how much recharge card then as a student? If I buy 200 naira recharge card on paper, it's jackpot. That 5, because what am I doing? So this guy is telling me to buy 1,500 naira recharge card, another 1,500 recharge card. The card did not enter. It did not enter. I should send another one. That, am I not serious? Is it that I don't want this money? So Victor, I was now getting worked up. That what was happening? I think by the third time, my sister just called me from the house. She just called me. She said, this is a scam. The money that we have borrowed, that we were hoping on this.
Oh my goodness.
We are feeling making plans, building castles in the air. We made plans that, I see, the crash was very painful. We have made plans. We're going to we'll pay this babe our money back. We'll go here. Like, we're supposed to travel, even so, like, we'll go here, we'll do this. Everything just came down on our heads.
Oh,
no. She just called me. And before I got home, she called the man. She cursed him out. But we had to find another money for me to leave the bank and go back home. So that was another story altogether. And I don't know, I think this might be the first time I'm sharing this story, but we just kept it between us. We didn't even tell our parents, nothing. It was too embarrassing. After the fact, it's the shame that just stays with you. So, and my parents were bankers, they had worked in the bank. So I felt like my mom would have just immediately known that this is a scam. Yeah, so I didn't even tell her because she would have, I don't want to know what she would have said. So I just...
Why not try telling her now? So that you guys can have a laugh about it?
I'm grown now. I'll tell her other mistakes I made.
Okay. Oh my goodness. This is. I know the name for this, right, Tolu? There is a name for
Yeah.
this sort of what
Yeah.
I call it method.
Yeah. In those days, this was called advanced fee fraud.
Advanced fee fraud.
That's
Can you
where,
throw some light on that?
well, an advanced fee fraud is where scammers get you to send money to them in advance for a service that you are going to get or something that you're going, a reward that you're going to get back. So, in a way, um, you now you take your hand, do yourself, so to say, because you sent the money to them,
Oh my
silly,
goodness.
right? And I mean, that was the manual process. They have reached you. Um, I mean, the process is still the same right now because this happened. If you say 10 years ago or 2010, thereabout,
Was it
that's a long,
2010 or
or
2012? I heard
2012.
2012. Yeah.
Was it 2000?
2010, around to 2010. 10.
Ah, I was just I'm trying to remember where I was 2010. Right, but yeah. So like you rightly painted picture, we're not that. Everything was not really digital, but hey, at the same time, um, I mean, they reached you via phone, or how did you in the first place? No, it was
Yeah,
through a
it was a
call,
phone call. It was a phone call.
is it? And then the same thing still happens now. They still reach people
Like
through
phone
our
call.
devices, right? I mean, more people are even more reachable right now. I mean, 2010. So now, I mean, even then, it's still as it is now, social engineering. They pick on something right?
Yeah.
To get into your psyche or to get into your mindset and engender or evoke trust. So they mention somebody mention a scenario that you are very familiar with, and say, in your mind, if you don't process it well, you're saying, oh, for this person to know this person, that means we are good, right? And
Yeah.
you don't question after that. Now, that is that's part of the bait. Um, to even sound more professional, they now tell you to get a source code. Getting a source code, a banker will give you a source code for free because you can't do anything with a source code. I mean, probably the banker is thinking maybe you wanted to do an international transaction, which is
Yeah.
not far from reality. A student might just be getting money from Western Union and
Exactly.
so with that, you probably or an international payment. It could have well been your parents asking you to go and get your sort code so that they could send you money, right? So it
Mhm.
wasn't the banker
A
wouldn't
strange
question you
request.
that
Yeah. Wasn't a strange request
right.
to a banker.
It wasn't, yeah, it
And
wasn't a strange request. And but to on your side, it would have seen, okay, for me to access this, I have to. They make you think you are worth something legit, right? And of course, the normal receipt fraud is urgency. You have to do it now.
exactly. There's
You
a
have to
sense
do it
of
now.
desperation. Yeah.
Desperation,
Yeah.
or else the
Yeah.
window will close. If you don't do
Yeah.
it now, your blessings
Yeah.
will miss you. Then
Yeah.
they now start mounting pressure on
On
you,
you. Yeah. And what's
right?
interesting, or what I found interesting about this was that the timing was strange. So I was sharing with some people the other day that yeah,
Yes,
the timing. She talked about the fact that she was
she was
praying
praying.
and trusting God for something, right? And then this call came in, and she in her in your mind probably you were thinking you're trying to connect the dots like, oh my god. You guys seen Ololade on Netflix?
No.
Oh, so quick sidebar, right? This guy believes that his wife is the problem of his life. She's covering his glory. So he goes to a pastor to pray and they spend some time praying. And the pastor sends him home after the praying saying that the Lord is going to send you a sign or something like that. On his way home, 50 million naira drops in his account. And he's like, wow, suddenly that veil of covering over my head is lifted. Glory of God. My glory has
Hallelujah.
returned. Amen. 50 million naira. And then he goes into a spending spree. You know, he goes to a bar competing with his guys. You know, and anyway, further down the line, the real owners of the money who just used his account as decoy came for him. So I guess back on this story, we have to also acknowledge the fact that sometimes when, you know, as human beings, we will have moments of need. So someone might just be calling you. So I guess my question will be addressed maybe in retrospect to say, now that you look back on that moment, do you feel like you were capitalized on? Do you think it's someone who you knew? Do you think, I mean, just with the passage of time and being able to now look back on the story, do you think that maybe someone you knew was taking advantage of you, or it was just something where someone was just playing on the fact that as Nigerians, by force, we'll have one need or the other or something? I don't know.
I mean, these people don't have any, in quotes, psychic powers. If I will try and quickly align my story with your story too, is that almost the same. In fact, let me say the same thing happened to me. Right? There was a day, just like you shared your story now, that you were praying for funds and everything. Me, I have added fast to it, and immediately after that prayer session in the afternoon, I was just chilling on my bed, and I'll get a call. Hmm? Same MO. I get a call. Somebody tells me that, mentions my name, mentioned the fact that I was working with an organization before, Net Plus, right? That can't I remember him from NNPC? I'm like, I quickly scanned my head.
NNPC, oh my god. So many
And
of
now
those calls, but I'll allow you finish.
I now quickly scanned my head that no, I can't remember you from NNPC. He said, yeah, because we never went to NNPC when I was working with NetPlus, right? But he's now started mentioning some other details. Yeah, you were working at um the where the office was, that was beside Sheraton, Opic Plaza. I mean, he was scoring points in my heart. So my mind just went out that this guy must really know me. They now said the next thing, of course, because of where he knew me from, that's Net Plus, that he can only trust this deal in my hands. That
Mhm.
they need to buy, and he got an order. I mean, a contract fell in his hands, and he just thought, who can he trust in Lagos to help him quickly execute? Contractor
So,
was meant to quickly go to Alaba, buy some chemicals, and send it, or go to Alaba and pay for some chemicals, and they will ship it to Abuja or something like that. I don't calculate. I have calculated. By the time I get this money, borrow it, then
so the entire Jesus, oh, that's what you're thinking.
miracle no dey tire Jesus. So after that, the only thing that saved me was that after the call, I just went home and I slept. There was a heavy sleep that came upon me. Heavy sleep came upon me.
Oh,
And
Lordy.
by the time I woke up, I now thought again that, okay, um, God has answered your prayers, Abby. I said, yes, God has answered my prayer. So my mind just said, Omo, calm down. Just calm
Mm-hmm.
down. Does he not have brothers and sisters or cousins who in Nigeria in this hard time will connect?
A complete
But I was
stranger.
like arguing, I was arguing myself that I just prayed now. God has answered. So I went back and made that call. Right, those times where we still had call centers there on the street. So I now went and I called the guy and said that, you know what? I started asking some deep questions that, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. But um, give me some more insight. Why did you choose me? Right? Why did you? Then after a point, I now said, please, can you call me back? Right? I mean, this is a big deal that is about to happen, right? And I told him that, please, just call me back.
Yeah.
The guy no call back. And I was just
Huh.
thinking, I mean, if it's really serious, you should have enough
Yeah.
money to call back. I mean, you are working with NNPC now, dude. Call back. That's how my guy didn't call back home.
Yeah.
And I sat down with myself that, if I didn't sleep, that's how I would have gone to borrow money. That's how
It's
it just
safe.
dawned on me that this is a scam. This is a scam. And the same thing still happens today, right? Social engineering. They are tooling your head to one, same MO, trust. Trust is an essential element. They throw
Yeah.
in a story to hook you, right? And of course, the bait is what the reward that you're going to get, or the action that you're going to
Yeah.
do on the other side. Maybe you're going to out, and that person needs help. Uh, just what I shared that my pastor said that 2023 is the last year that we saw anything real on the internet. Deep fakes even exist now, where you are listening, you are seeing somebody,
But it's
right?
not them.
But it's not the person,
It's not them.
right?
Yeah.
So, so like Orak said on radio yesterday, right? You can trust but verify.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You can trust, right? But
Yeah.
verify. And what do you do to verify? Take a step back, just calm down,
Yeah.
be calming down,
Yeah.
be calm.
Yeah. No, no, no. I mean that's actually a very important detail. And I'm sorry to cut you off there because you see, when something is good, I don't think that the offer would be as desperate or as urgent. Sometimes an opportunity could come your way. But I mean, if you
Yeah,
within a day, I mean, there's urgent anything that must be done now. That's a problem. Red flag.
yeah,
Anything that requires, you understand. So I think that itself is a huge indication. Yeah.
yeah.
So this one.
So, rush, going about it in a hurry will just be cloud your sense of judgment, and that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
MO all the time. That
Mhm.
this has to really happen quickly. You have to do this. Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
like you're on hyperdrive, not knowing that that is exactly where they want you to be. First, trust,
Exactly.
right? They get you
Then
into the
25.
point of a frenzy, right? So that you are not acting with the full with your full intellect. You have not analyzed it, but you just want to quickly solve or resolve the matter, right? But if you will
Yeah.
just take a step back, then verify, go outside the information that has been given to you. Ask somebody. As my
Yeah.
American friends will say, you better ask somebody.
Oh my goodness. No,
Ask
really.
a
Yeah.
different party entirely, right? verify from as many sources. Is this thing really happening? Right?
Yeah.
NNPC, NNPC call. Go to the newspapers or to the internet. Is NNPC issuing out a contract? Or ask somebody that, like you said, your parents are bankers, right? You could have just called to ask your parents to say that if somebody does this and does this and does this, is it true? Would we be able to get this kind of result? Ask somebody that you know has better experience than you in life. So that goes to another admonition. You we know they like to talk to people. One tree doesn't make a forest. That's why we're even saying together, right?
Yeah.
We are what?
We're stronger together. Yes. When you pull your
We are
when you forces are
stronger
pulled together.
together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're stronger together
Um.
in this fight. So share, ask people, verify and verify again before
Yeah.
you take that action. I'm not saying that there
Yeah.
are no urgent situations, but scammers in particular, they play up this act that, and it's a simple act. Get them to trust you, get them to understand, then throw in the bit of urgency, right? Throw in that urgency for them to act. And if you follow that pattern without thinking twice, you are on a slippery slope downwards to losing your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you a question, Ile, about I heard you say that you were not able to share this with anyone. Does that include anyone at all, law and police, anybody?
Anybody, oh, anybody. We just
So just
wrap it up.
you and your sister, just two of you.
Yeah.
That need the story. Wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
how did you now deal with the psychological or emotional um, impact of having to deal with this foolishness of the acts that had happened? You know, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the most um, genuine way.
Okay. Okay. So I think that. Oh, I remember now. I told my sister's pastor. I remember now. I remember now. Something just came to mind. So I told my sister's pastor. So while we're telling him the story, immediately he just said that it's a scam, Abby. Yes, it was scam. Sorry. So but I remember that just trying to answer this question. One of the things that when we later sat down and calmed down, thought through it some days later. Uh, well, we shall pay the person their money back. That was the major problem, really. Yeah, the money we borrowed. After we have paid the money back with that, and um, one of the things I was told was that anything that has urgency behind it, anything that you're not allowed to think through before you decide, you
Mm.
have to decide on the spot. You have to decide now. Yeah, or just say no. If you must make a decision now, if you yeah under that sort of pressure, it's never going to end well. So what I did was for a while after that, I think that since it wasn't so common then, um for a while after that nothing happened. But how I realized that I had even learned was when technology began to really take off and more banks, different things. I would get messages. Now they'll always send you some weird text message or some weird WhatsApp message that you don't even know where these people get my number from. So I would sometimes get messages or calls, even sometimes they call. I remember this day a call came in. The I think I first said wrong number because that's what I always say. That it's a wrong number. Yeah. Then maybe if I hang up, the person will not call back. Or if I don't hang up, they'll be say, "Oh, wrong number. Sorry. Please send me the chat card. 5,000 now. Send me."
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Wow,
pick up
wow,
your
wow.
MTN Abby.
So,
or your
so
I'll
service
be
I,
provider.
as in, so whenever I hear that, now send me that. When I hear the
it's just a
pressure in the
trigger.
person's voice, I'll just
Yeah,
be like, this
trigger
one wants to scam
words.
me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just like this. Somebody's out to scam me now. Somebody wants to scam me. So
Oh.
I think that became my way of identifying scams, of course, and other
Yeah.
things in life, but scams in particular, the urgency with which they make the urgency and the authority, I should say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like as though they have left this money with you before for safekeeping, and it's now time to bring it back. So now
Oh,
tell me
really?
that tell me that 50K there. That one where I will give you that time. Just send it back. Yeah, but so that's what actually helped me. And I think because I'm not very I think privacy is a big thing for me. So digital privacy is also a big deal to me. I really, really screen almost everything digital, numbers, people that send me messages on WhatsApp, the kind of people that call me. If you're calling a certain line of mine, you have to be a delivery person. If you're not a delivery guy and you're calling me, you must be a scammer because I don't give that. I use the line when I'm only ordering stuff. So
Okay.
if you're not calling, yes. If you now start calling me, if you're calling me at certain times of the day, you must be a scammer. If you're sending me some type of Instagram message request, you must be a scammer. If you're sending me some type of WhatsApp messages, you must be a scammer. If you're trying to add me to WhatsApp groups indiscriminately, I have a problem with you. So I just have all these layers of things that I'm just like, no, 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 no.
Okay.
There was a recent time I was in my sister's house and I got this message about WhatsApp message about this job at so organization, and they are going to be paying so amount daily for
Hmm.
service. Wait. So I was first asked, how do these people get a hold of people's numbers? What is going on? So I decided to Google the organization they claim to be from. In on Google, even Google said for shaming them because I was like, I don't understand this. What am I reading here? So I came back to the chat and I said, oh, hello, good afternoon. I even engaged with the person politely. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, the person said,
As a
yes.
well-mannered person you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a well-mannered, I'm about to block you person that I am. So the person now,
Oh God.
I allowed the person to say all they wanted to say, and then I said, thank you very much for your offer, but I'm not interested. Now, so I say begin, no, don't reject me so quickly. I am something. That's why I just archived the message. I just closed that today. I don't have the time. You can be chatting with my archive, sending email.
Oh my God. You can be chatting with my archive. That was funny.
Yeah. So I mean, at
There's a
least I've
question here
learned.
for you. Okay, when you're done. When you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
So someone sent in a question. Thank you very much. And please, if you have questions, kindly drop them. Esai, I am trying to pronounce the name. The handle is Isai De Super. He says or she says, please, why were you not able to share? Was it a sense of shame or some kind of stigma?
It was embarrassment too, and I don't even know why. I was just feeling embarrassed. I mean, now I can say that I was in, but I was a teenager now, 18 years. How will I go and say that I was why?
I don't think
Yeah,
it's only
yeah.
you. Everybody feels
So
that way. I mean, I never really
no,
shared
now
this
like
story
this,
to.
if somebody scams me now as a grown person, I'll quick stop because I need help. The community to rally around me.
Yeah.
So, but then it was just so embarrassing, and I would just say that I sent 3-5 recharge cards and they stole my 3-5. Oh,
Okay,
Like
so let me even
five
quickly
recharge
ask you a
cards.
question. Did you? So how did you raise the money to
To
pay
send a
back
charge
the
card
person?
or to pay.
Because did you
Okay, so it
involve
was
your
a joint
parents?
effort. No,
Okay.
people that don't want to tell that I was scammed. Why would I involve them in this?
But
No,
you
it
see,
was a joint
so like,
effort with me and my sister.
join them. But don't you think that the pressure would have been reduced if you had just opened up to your parents?
Eh,
No, no. I mean,
I
my
ever.
18-year-old mind says no because the travel we were planning to travel, it's not like
Ah,
it was based on we'll just tell you that we have the money, not to travel. To come and tell you that, oh, we're looking for money for this travel, then scam everything. The conversation will even leave the scam until you don't have money. Why are you trying to travel?
Oh
Yeah,
my
no, no, no,
goodness.
we're not going to do that. So we just
Complexities.
together, yeah, we just together. Just after all, it's my sister's friend. She know contact us. We just found JJ. We did one or two other. Manual labor was involved, but we were no longer in debt. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so
okay, so
funny. Manual labor to pay back your debt. Can you imagine
Yeah.
that?
so for
Oh
me,
Lordy.
this is a quick admonition for parents that might be on this, that might be watching, to say that look, when your children or your wards or your people you are guiding make mistakes, the first thing is for you to show them love.
And
Yes,
support.
they might have, yeah, support them, right? Let them know that look, first you might laugh at them, oh, but man, I got your back on this, and we'll go through this together, so that not only are they going to recover well, but next time they will be more open to you to share other things. Or else, like we are saying, we are stronger together. We
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
only be stronger together. You stand alone, you break. You stand
Yeah.
alone, you break.
Yeah. That's very true. I mean, I know that some children have coconut head, Sha, and they
Ah,
only do go the other side. But I mean, something like I think what I'm taking away from what you said is that I think we need to create, or at least what I'm taking away as a parent now, I need to create an environment where my child can share whatever happened with me, right? They can share no matter how hard. They should just be able to tell me that, oh, I messed up or something happened. It's crazy right now or something like
there's a say
that. That's what
that.
I'm
Did
thinking.
you wash plates?
Ah, Avasana, it was worse than plate washing, my guy. It was
Wow.
worse than plate washing. Manual
Oh
labor,
my
don't.
God.
Okay, so I started this story by saying I was in Benue State. I was manual labor in
Yeah.
Lagos. I don't know if this place is good to wash. Manual labor where I'm from is actual manual labor. You feel your muscles after you're done. Like you feel it in your body when you're done with that. You do some.
Oh
If
my
care,
goodness, this is
if
crazy.
nothing, you go even go farm joy. So
Do you know what this reminds
Whoa.
me of?
yeah.
Yeah, no, because farming is a predominant activity, in benefits. However, reminds me of a story that was shared yesterday where someone had only one bank account that he was using that had like an app or any digital presence, one. So he never had money on that account, never. He only puts money there to do transactions online. So that one account has a card, has internet banking, and all that. So once the scammers get access into the account, they don't see any money. Guess what they do? They take a loan out on his account. Can you believe it? Like my mind was blown. They took a loan out on his behalf. So that's manual labor reminder because the man is going to have to return that loan with interest. So as we're trying to, yeah, I know. I can see the shock on your face. As we're trying to wind down, we have about maybe about 10 minutes to go. I wanted to know if, in your opinion, two things. There's anything that you think you could have done differently? One. And two, outside of what you said you do personally, which is filter people who
Screening.
message you and call you here, what sort of role do you think an individual can play in protecting themselves? So we know what together we can achieve, but we all make up part of that whole. You see my point?
Okay.
So now
Yeah, I see
today
your
looking
point.
back, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so what I would have done differently. Um, Siri, play me "Calm Down" by Rema. I would have, I would have said.
Please calm down.
I would have tried to stay much calmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have tried to stay much calmer. I would have tried to think to. I wouldn't have rushed to borrow the money to try to make it
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I think I've learned that now. I really, I try not to do that. So I wouldn't have done that. And I feel like after staying calm and trying not to borrow the money, the way we came to the realization that this guy is a scam, he would have told himself that he's a scam. So I think those are the two things I would have done differently. And then what I think an individual can do, a role that an individual can play. So one of the reasons, please, nobody crucify me. Nobody crucify me. One of the reasons I feel that scams work so successfully is because our desires are out of control. What I mean by that is the scammer usually entices you with something for the promise of something. A lot of us believe too quickly in get rich quick scheme, much in that's why betting is also successful, a successful business. Betting, gambling, it means like sharp sharp, you're gonna get this thing, sharp sharp. That's one. Two, because of the fact that we want something sharp sharp and our desires are out of control, we tend to want to do things beyond our means. I think that first of all, we all need to, not just based on a sense of urgency, but I think that people need to self-regulate.
Yeah.
People need to self-regulate. We are choking under the syndrome of wanting to blow and wanting to blow today, wanting to blow now,
Hello.
wanting to yes,
Mama.
wanting to I want X amount of money and I want it now, and I've not done anything that is going to guarantee me this money. I just want it now. It's a self-regulating that I think a lot of us need to work on because of because truly what those people are working on, they are not magicians or anything. They are just working on they are just working on your greed. Yeah, they know
Yeah.
that you want something. They know that you believe anything to get it, and they've seen people do much worse for much less.
Yeah.
So they're just going to try. So I feel like for while we can put things in place, digital blah blah blah, all those things. First of all, it starts from the heart. We all need to self-regulate. Yeah, we need to work on the thing that. Sorry, you want to say something?
And when you finish, I know I'm raising my hand, Alma. I want
Okay.
to add something.
Okay. Yeah, so we need to self-regulate. We need to refine the thing that's making us believe that or believe that you can give somebody 5,000 naira and the person will give you back
50 million.
500,000, or or give you back 5 million or something like that. Where do you think? Do you
Ridiculous.
think the person vomited the 50 million?
Money doesn't.
Or do
I
you
don't want to
what do you
know.
think?
I don't
Money
want to
doesn't
know.
work that way. And yeah, and somebody somewhere has suffered for you to get this magical 5 million
Money.
that you feel is, yes, you feel is magical, and your cycle is coming because that thing is like, there's a cycle. There's somebody that there's somebody else that is going to drop 5,000 one day, and it's your 5 million they are going to give the person. So it's coming. So that's what I think that's where I
Okay,
think
so
we should start from.
in addition to that, right? In addition to that, aside from people that have greed issues, right? There's also a play on compassion, right? They play
Mm.
on compassion also,
Yeah.
and also ignorance. So yeah, there are some people that are greedy, agreed. Some people are so compassionate and they will play on it. So they call a lot of old people. I mean, some people told me from my folks from Ibadan that have not shared their story yet. They call their old people and tell them that your child or your grandchild is in a bit of some form of trouble. You need to bail this person out. As we've grown up, I mean, those people that grew up in ages past, let me put it that way, they used to
Right.
operate with it. Trust was an essential part of their community. Everybody, so we'll say, Amakparapo, we join hands together, right? It's not a joke when they say it takes a community to raise a
Right.
child, it takes a community to also chip in and save someone. I
Yeah.
mean, that's why you call somebody's grandma, a mother or a grandmother, or a grandfather or a father, and the person is going all out because it's my child, it's my friend's child, it's somebody I know. Those people that come from that trustful mindset are going to go hit it without asking to. So there's greed. Then there's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
ignorance. You don't know about something, it just sounds right. You haven't verified from anybody. Omo, because it's sounding professional,
Yeah.
right? Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
I
it's
agree.
You're right.
And I
it's
wouldn't
in,
I wouldn't have even said compassion per se, because I think I was having this conversation with the sister with whom I was camped today. And we both agreed it is sentiment. It's not compassion. It's sentiment,
Mm.
because it's just the feeling you feel that you should be good now.
Yeah.
Somebody is in need. You should be good. You should give them money. But it's not everybody that is in need that is in need. And even if it's everybody that is in need, you are not the one that will help everybody. So sometimes it's a matter of it's more a matter of sentiment than
Than
it is a matter
compassion.
of true compassion. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
another
Thank
angle,
you, Dan.
another angle.
Say that again. Another angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that those are very strong notes on which we're closing the show. Apart from they play on apart from urgency and trust, they play on scarcity of FOMO. I think that FOMO is really what you were saying about
Fear of
when
missing
I want
out.
to blow, I want to blow, I want to blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that those are very strong points of which we're winding on and closing the episode. And I think there are very strong things for us to take away. I read an article in the course of this week about timing, how that it can look like you are losing time when people are blowing and people are jackpot and it just seems like your own timing is not yet there. Those sort of things can put us in a situation of desperation that if we were to get this sort of call, it would be an easy
Out.
situation to fall into,
Right.
trap to fall into. So I think it's all about guarding our hearts and making sure that we're not feeding our greed. So thank you very much, Ele, for being here with us today, for sharing so
Thank
passionately with
you.
us. We thoroughly enjoyed listening to you. Hopefully your manual
Yes.
labor paid off and you did not have to, do it for
Manual
too long.
labor.
That was very funny. Thank you to everyone who has joined today's live. We're grateful for the audience. We're doing this so that people can join in and learn, because we do believe that together, as a group, as a village, we're stronger against cyber fraud. So we're encouraging people to share. It's not your fault that someone scammed you. It's not entirely your fault all the time. So if you are able to, even if it was your fault, if you're able to share, it doesn't have to be someone else's story. So please, if you know anyone who has been scammed and wants to share with us, kindly send them our way so that we can bring them up and ensure that they have a voice and they are heard by a lot of other people who can benefit from their stories. Tolu, I don't know if you had any last or final thing to share before we close.
I just want to say shout out to all my friends that joined to see me live. Elsie Beats from Canada, and all the great people from different parts of the world that have joined, even here in Nigeria. I know it's not easy to see your guy, but honestly, thanks, and thanks for all joining. We really appreciate it. And as for real emphasis, we are stronger together. Give us a call, send us a DM to get more details. We have a helpline. Please, can you share the helpline number
Yeah.
for all
So
those that?
yeah, if you can look in the chat, self-discovery is sharing. We have a very thriving community, right, which is
Yes.
growing. Please join, click on the link to join, or after the live, click on the link in our link tree in our bio. Join our community. We try not to spam people, we just share helpful resources. People share when something has happened to them. It's not the day something happens to you that you go looking for help. Sometimes to get fortified requires that level of preparedness. So join, encourage Nigerian parents that believe that can play into this type of things. Encourage them to join our community. So thank you all for joining. It's been wonderful talking to you all. Please join us again next week Sunday, where we bring someone else your way to share a different angle. It's good night
All right.
and have a great week.
God bless.
Bye. Bye. Thank you
Bye.
so much, Ellie. Thank you. Enjoy your week.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.